Hi everybody, I hope you're well. There's about a 10-second delay, so I'm just gonna say hello and wait for you all to start chatting. I've got the chat up to my left, so if I keep looking away, that's what I'm looking at. I'm going to try and catch as much of your questions as possible. So let's go for it. Hi everybody, I'm excited. So, first of all, I just wanted to say a massive thank you to my admins that are on tonight. So, anyone with a spanner, they are my admins. I'm very grateful to them. They was with me a bit earlier when we were doing this test for the live because I want to try and show you a couple of things, a couple of videos. Hopefully it's going to work. We did get it to work earlier in time, so thank you lads so much for your patience and joining me tonight and helping out. So if any of you watching do have any questions or anything urgent that I might have missed, those guys are you guys to go to. They will be able to get a message to me if I've missed something so important. So hopefully I won't. I'm going to do my best for you guys. Hopefully you know by now that's what I'm here to do. And we are here to celebrate passing 20,000 subscribers. I think we're at 20,400 and something. So, from the bottom of my heart and CJ's heart, thank you so much to everybody that has clicked that subscribe button. It's amazing. And within a year as well. I am so grateful. CJ is so grateful. And we are very glad to have you along on this crazy adventure and seeing what is going to happen in the future too. So let's see what happens. Let's have a look if there's any questions so far. Oh, thank you guys for your comments so far. I didn't realise it was a full moon, so yes, very happy full moon too. Just going to see if there is a few more that are going to join us in a little while, and then I've got a video to play you that because we hit 20,000 subscribers while we were in Scotland on our honeymoon, so and it was the last night we were there as well, so we had a bottle of champagne and we took it by the water's edge and we did a little short video that I will play for you in a short while that just says thank you to everybody. So we'll be doing that soon. The future is bright. Let's hope it continues because, as you know, we have had some problems lately with YouTube and censoring and being a bit difficult for what I'm here to do. So for anyone here that is struggling with the age restricted videos, they are on BitChute. They are all there on BitChute for you to enjoy without any age restrictions. I've just got to play the game while I am here on YouTube. And I do want to be here as long as possible, so I won't be shutting my channel down. If it disappears, it's because someone else has been involved. I am very happy to remain here and give you guys the male positive, sex positive content that you deserve, because you do deserve it. And I hope you realise that. And I'd love to read in the comments if you have had any positive success with my videos, any therapeutic techniques that have worked real well for you. It'd be lovely to hear. And if you do have any questions, let me know. Oh, thank you, Tom. That is the link for the BitChute. So just click on there and subscribe and you'll be able to see all the videos. I know I've had a lot of requests to put on other platforms too, and I am open to that. It's just finding the time to put them on other stuff because I still am working full time. I'm still writing content. I'm still doing custom videos. I'm still doing private sessions. So if I don't reply to a message or anything like that, it is because life is busy at the moment. But I know you guys are lovely and I know you guys understand, and it is just about being patient. And I do want to continue putting out the best possible quality I can, and I hope you can see how we have continuously invested in equipment. So any money I'm making off of Patreon is straight back into getting better equipment, and we're upgrading as we can afford it. So I'm hoping you see already that the quality of the webcam is improved tenfold since the last live, and hopefully the video quality as well. So we have improved in the mic at the same time. Let's have a look at some questions. Oh, thank you. So no, I'm not on Twitch. Sorry, I'm not really big up on these things. So I'm on Twitter. Twitter is handy for anybody who likes what they see and they want to see a little bit more. I do post a bit more erotic photos on Twitter, the kind of stuff that you do get on Patreon. And then Instagram is the more friends and family social media that I can update you with upcoming stuff. So subscribe to both or like them or whatever you do. They're the only other things I'm on. As you will have heard in the updates video, I deleted my Facebook page because Facebook again were being pathetic, so they got deleted, and it's just enough at the moment. I can't really take on anything else. As you're aware, I don't upload regularly. I'm not one of these YouTubers that do it full time and they know what they're doing. I'm still learning. Social medias and stuff aren't a natural thing to me, so I'm having to sort of learn what to do. But you know, I'm not really there for the likes and the Instagram fame and the influencer stuff anyway. I'm here for you guys, and I'm here to create content that I am proud of and that is actually beneficial to you guys as well. So I do hope that comes across in the content that I create, and I will continue creating that kind of content for you. So I will only be producing for you male positive, sex positive content and giving you the tools to use for whatever benefit you need. So I do get a lot of messages asking, can you do an audio for this and that, self-esteem, confidence boosting, erectile dysfunction, all of those things. And I would love to do audio tracks for every single one of those suggestions. But what you can already start to do with the audio tracks I have got is adapt them and use them for what you personally need. Because I don't know you. I'm sorry, I wish I could get to know every single one of you, but I don't. So you need to take the content I produce and make it work for you. Sit and have a think about what you want to achieve from the audio tracks and go into it with that intent, and it will work for you in that regard. Subtly. So even the Divine Nymph stories, for instance, they aren't just erotic stories for you to get your rocks off to. There's actually quite a lot of therapy tools in there as well, which are for libido enhancing, relaxing, erections, pleasure, all of those things as well. So if you are struggling with erectile dysfunction, there are things in even the stories that will help you. You just need to make them work for you guys. Okay. So I probably rambled on a bit there. Thank you for dropping the links, guys, as well. I appreciate that. So videos are 19. I've just seen your comment. You want to clarify what my page and my channels is and is not, and that's a really good question. So as I've said earlier, my channel is for male positive and sex positive, and also I am a qualified hypnotherapist, so there are therapy tools on there. Working with a lot of American men in particularly, I realised that America is quite puritanical, and a lot of Americans still have a problem with sex, an issue with sex. It is still seen as quite taboo. So mixing therapy and sex together is quite a shocking thing. But once they get into it, they realise it's very powerful and very effective. So that's what I do. I like to give you, my channel is about empowering you. So I will never spoon feed you anything. I want to make you work for it in a positive way that will show you what you are actually capable of, physically and mentally, and I will always stand by that. I always want you to feel like you have a safe and positive environment here, especially as men. You will have a positive environment where you are appreciated, and all your skills as a man are appreciated here and wanted as well. So that is what my channel is about. My channel will not do videos of slave hypnosis or obey me or anything like that, because it's already out there. There's a lot of it anyway, and there are those hypnotists that are way better than it than me, and they will enjoy it. It's not something I would enjoy or find beneficial to produce for you guys. I don't do JOI videos either. That's jerk off instructions where you want someone to tell you how to masturbate. Personally, I'm not going to do that. It's your penis. You know how to masturbate with it. We're here for more than that. And I want you guys to understand that there is a lot more to my videos than just eroticness. Of course, you all enjoy my voice, and it is erotic and it is stimulating, and of course I want it to be. But if you're just here for a quick 5 minutes, just something different to masturbate to, that's fine, but you're not using it for its full potential. I hope that clarifies things. Let me have a look. So I hope that answered your question on that. I have the world's biggest cup of tea. A fan got me this, and it says, "Putting a stop to hypnotic cock block," which is quite what we're all about, aren't we? So big shout out to all my patrons. Thank you so much for supporting me and being by my side. Some of you have been there right from the start. So nearly a year now we've been going at this. It'll be a year in September we've started the Patreon, and it's amazing. I have some fantastic support, so you guys support me just as much as I support you, and we wouldn't be here without this community effort. There is more audios and videos on my Patreon too, and on Discord. So as part of Patreon you get access to the Discord server. I mean, anybody is welcome on there anyway, but patrons get access to additional channels, and one of those is called Digital Minds, which is a community project where you guys send me either instruments you've played, so music samples, or you've sent me poetry or words you want me to put my voice to, and then we all create something together. So there is lots on there as well, which I absolutely love. Some of the things you guys have come up with have been fantastic, and me and CJ have loved working on it, and we encourage you to keep sending that through. We will be doing more Digital Minds projects in the future. So if there is anybody watching today that would like to get involved in that, jump into Discord or join up Patreon, and we'll be able to fill you in with all the information. So whatever instruments you play, if you want to send a sample in and we can add that to the music, or if you've written anything, then by all means send it through and I can put my voice to it, and it's all of us working together. And I'm very proud of Discord community because they're wonderful and you all treat each other very kindly, and it's just down to earth, and we talk about everything from the latest TV shows to hypnosis. I even do some experiments in there as well, and I can talk about my experiments more if you're interested, but you must let me know. Yes. Yep, Sports Direct mug has been surpassed. So that's a good question, Armin. What are some common mental blocks for people who can't manifest the suggestions of a hypnotic process? So they can be a number of different things. Sometimes it can be as simple as your subconscious doesn't resonate with the hypnotic voice. So not everyone is going to find my hypnotic voice appealing. And so the subconscious is just going to go, what's this shit? No, I'm not bothered. And you won't get anything. Some people have aphantasia where they see nothing. So if I was trying to put you into hypnosis and say, imagine a stairway, they just can't. There's just no visuals whatsoever. So again, that can just be a blocker for those people, but we can work around that. Stress. So if your subconscious again has got other things going on, it's got a million things it wants to sort out, it's not going to be bothered in that moment about going into hypnosis. So there can be a lot of external factors. You can just not be in the right headspace and you just might not resonate with that person, which is absolutely fine. The great thing about hypnosis and hypnotists and hypnotherapists is that there is millions of us. So if one person doesn't resonate with you, there will be somebody that you do resonate with. So it's just a matter of keep exploring and keep finding things and giving yourself a chance and not forcing things. So if I say to you, you will feel a orgasmic sensation and you don't, that's okay. Maybe it's just not the right words for you and we need to explore things and find different ways of communicating with you. You're only limited by your imagination and by the hypnotist's imagination, so sometimes it can take a while for you to find what works for you, and that's not a bad thing. That doesn't mean to say you can't experience it or the hypnotist is bad. It's just what you resonate with at that time. Thank you, Shadowless Cynic. That is lovely for you to say. You're very welcome. Anybody is very welcome on there. Just get involved and chat to us and have a laugh and tell us about your experiences, your hypnotic experiences. I'm fascinated to know, and I'm on Discord most days as much as I can be as well. It is such a fun community. It's very much like this, and once a month I do what's called a live workshop where my Patreons of the hypnotized tier and above, we will go into a video chat room. You're encouraged to have your video on as well so I can talk to you, so I'm not just talking to myself, and I can answer questions in there. We usually talk about ways to HFO, and then I'll do some hypnosis, whatever is needed at the time. So I have done full HFO workshops to explain what it is, what it's like, and then to get you there as well. Because sometimes it is easier when you are having a live session and I can respond to your reactions as well. And a couple of people who I work with regular who are very responsive to my voice are also in there, and I can trigger them live so you can see what is possible with the more stage type of hypnosis as well. So it's just a laugh, again, really chilled out, and we're all in it together, like right now, which I think is amazing.
Christopher Randall asks, is accidentally falling asleep during a session normal?
Yeah, so if you do fall asleep during a session, absolutely fine, because your subconscious never shuts off. It never stops listening. So even if you were having an in-person session, the hypnotist and the hypnotherapist can just continue talking and everything will still go in. The suggestions will still go in because it is always listening. So that's not a problem. And it's quite normal because you are in such a relaxed state. You can just very easily slide into the sleep state. So not a problem whatsoever. And again, you'll feel refreshed after too, so just go with it. Yes, the live stream will be listed on the channel, and what I'll do again is like with the one from January. I will cut out the actual hypnosis section itself when we get to that and re-upload that as a separate video. So if you don't want to listen to me rambling on like I am doing right now, you can just go straight to that video. So we'll get that up to you ASAP as well.
Sleepy Duck asks, who would you say is the hypnotist that you've learned the most from?
That's very easy, Sleepy Duck. So the hypnotist I've learned the most from is Milton Erickson. He is like my hypnotherapy idol. He just seems to really understand people, and I resonate with him the most. He is a fantastic human being in what he overcame. So he survived polio and it paralysed him, and he learned to walk again using the power of his mind, the power of his subconscious, and that's where his interest in all of that area sparked. And it just shows you what you are capable of. And he had such an amazing view of people in the world, and he just seemed to give people great advice, even outside hypnosis, that worked for people who had depression and things like that. So I very much agree with his model on depression and how to treat it in his style of hypnosis. So he's my own personal go-to hypnotherapist. And if you do want to learn more about him, there's loads of his videos on YouTube. So they are from a long time ago, so the video quality isn't top notch, but you'll be able to understand him and hopefully understand where he's coming from in his own amazing life journey.
Patrice asks, what's your favourite method of hypnotic induction?
So I just like to seduce people into hypnosis, if I'm perfectly honest. It's something I've discovered over the last year. So I was taught clinical hypnosis, hypnotherapy. It's very much a standardized way, and there's lots of different fancy names for inductions, like the fixed eye induction and all that kind of stuff. Whereas I'm more subtle than that now. I just like to talk to you, which is very much like a Milton Erickson kind of natural way to put you into hypnosis, where you don't really know that it's happening. Just so it's really gentle and easy for you to do. So you might even be feeling hypnotized right now just looking at me. And if that's the case, then let that just continue to happen and see what the rest of the live takes you. As easy as that, isn't it, lads and lasses? So yes, very subtle.
John asks if you've got a sister.
Well, John, I'm actually the oldest of 7 children, so I have 4 sisters and 2 brothers. But I am the oldest and they're all younger than me, so thanks for asking. Do I like ASMR? So I only discovered ASMR was a thing when my YouTube video started going well, and people were commenting saying they enjoyed the ASMR elements. So I had to do research into that to discover what it were, and I do understand that. I do get how sounds and things do soothe you and relax you and can put you into hypnosis and things like that. So yes, I do like some ASMR. Some of the sounds I like the white noise kind of sounds as well. And I do like a nice voice. My own voice. My own voice puts me to sleep now. And I think it was when I was doing the Lucid Dreaming audio track. And that's a 6-hour audio track. So that took a lot of editing. And I was obviously listening to my voice a lot, and it was a lot of putting you to sleep suggestions. So now, when I'm editing my own voice, I have to really fight falling to sleep. So I don't find my own voice erotic in that sense, but I do find my voice has a very powerful effect on putting me under. So there you go. Even effects on me.
Videostar19 also asks, do you have any recommendation with making hypnosis easier? For me, it's like meditation where I can't seem to shut my mind off from external stimuli and focus.
Yeah, so that's another good question. A lot of people do say that, or I can't go into hypnosis because I can't shut my mind off. What do I do? Well, it is your mind, and a lot of the time you just need to, how can I put this? Chill out and not force it, and just take the opportunity. You need to get out of your own way, to put it bluntly. It may be the Yorkshire in me, it may be the Derbyshire in me, but to put it bluntly, just get out your own way. Allow it to happen. You have to allow it to happen. Nobody can force it to happen for you. So the moment you realise that, and the moment you accept that you truly deserve to feel relaxed and enjoy yourself and enjoy the moment and be in the moment, it will happen. And sometimes it just takes a little bit of training to recognise what hypnosis actually is. So it's not going to be, I snap my fingers, if I possibly could snap my fingers, and then you wake up an hour later and you've HFO'd, or you've lucid dreamed, or you've danced like a chicken, whatever it is you wanted to experience. It's nothing like that. It's a very relaxed, altered state. So you are perfectly aware of what's going on around you, and you're perfectly aware of thoughts that may come into your mind. It's just you don't care about that. What you do care about is what is actually happening in the moment. So all you may care about is that voice or the way you feel in that moment. That is what you're aiming for during a hypnotic trance, not the mindless things or the pornography things. And it's a very unique experience. So it's figuring out what you feel when you are in that altered state and then building on that, which is why my inner warrior track can be really effective. So the beginning of that, the induction of to inner warrior, is a perfect way for you to understand the difference between your waking state and your hypnotic state, because it's very gradual. It's getting you to check in with how you're feeling different as you go deeper and deeper. So I always suggest you to try that. And even you don't have to listen to the whole track if you don't want to, but use that perfect example of an induction to get you into that altered state, and then build on it from there. Because I don't know any of you personally, it's hard for me to give specific advice because I haven't worked with you. I haven't seen how you react or what you feel like. So again, this is what my channel's about, is about empowering you. So take that awesome induction, even if I do say so myself, and then use it to working out what it is you're experiencing. And if it helps, make some notes. So as soon as you've finished that induction, write down the difference between how you felt, and then when you listen to it again, see if you can bring on those feelings even stronger and allow yourself to go deeper. A lot of it does come down to trust as well. And without trust, there is nothing. You're not going anywhere. So if you find it difficult to trust people and you're not going into hypnosis, that could be another reason. So, and I know there's a lot of, this is why I have another thing about this slave hypnosis stuff and this obey stuff, because you're not able to trust the person. You need to be able to trust the person. And if you're watching or listening to my content and you think that my content is going to be like that, you're not going to be able to relax, because you're always anticipating I'm going to try and take control over you or implant something that you don't want. And so maybe if you do again have trust issues, is to just listen to the content, whatever you're listening to, all the way through consciously. And then when you next go into that audio, you know exactly what's coming, so you can relax. So question your trust, question your level of trust as well if you're struggling with something, and then work on that. And again, like I said, if you don't trust that person, there is no point watching their content, listening to him, paying any money to him, because it's just not going to work, guys. I'm sorry. You really need to find that trust for something like this to work. And the hypnotist and the hypnotherapist needs to show you that they are here for the right reasons too. So they need to portray themselves in a certain way to show you that I'm here for you guys, which is why on my Patreon, my photos are erotic. They're not too explicit. They're more like a 70s Playboy rather than a porno, if that makes sense, because I'm comfortable in my body, and I think being bare to you guys shows you that I am open, I am bare, I have nothing to hide. This is me. If you enjoy it, fantastic. If you enjoy my voice, fantastic. We're here to do some awesome things, and I just want to show you what your body and mind is capable of, because it is capable of some amazing things, as I'm sure the lads and lasses in the chat will tell you. Yeah, videos are. So yeah, if your therapist is saying that a lot to you, then there must be something to it. It's about taking responsibility for your own body and mind and going, right, what am I stopping myself from experiencing? What are the issues I need to work on to get to that point? Because we are all different. We all experience things different. We all have a different perception on things. Like, some people here all think this is the best thing ever and it's amazing. Or I've had some comments where people just don't get it. And it just shows you you're both watching the exact same thing, but you're having the complete opposite experiences. So everything is very personal and how you feel at the time too.
Question from a great alternative. What's
yes.
been your most meaningful experience with someone that you've helped?
So, hello, a great alternative. For anybody who doesn't know who they are my two amazing friends, and I love them both very dearly. And of course, Echo. They have just set up their own YouTube channel. So someone's going to drop a link to their channel now. Please subscribe to them. It's going to be amazing. And I'm going to feature on their channel too. So it is worth you subscribing to see the best cinematic YouTube channel there is. They are very talented cinematographers. So if anybody needs any film work as well, then please hit them up. They are amazing. So back to your question. What has been your most meaningful experience with someone that you've helped? I have had a few. I think the person who I did the case study with, who had the erectile dysfunction, wasn't being able to be intimate with his wife, and then used the divine Nymph 1 and 2 to help him get over that, and with some advice from me as well through emails. And now he's having the best sex life ever, better than even when he was first married. And he's 66, so it just shows you age has nothing to do with how good your sex life can be. I have worked with a few men who have been able to be intimate with the wives after so long, and having difficult conversations to overcome communication issues, which I am genuinely very proud to be part of these experiences, that it's bringing couples together. So this channel isn't about me, the content isn't about me, it's about helping you guys. And if you have benefited with your other halves, that actually makes my day. So I am super proud to be part of helping couples and helping people, helping the mental health. There's been a couple of people that have said, obviously with quarantines and lockdowns, they won't be here today. So the fact that they are still here and they're getting a better quality of life through these techniques is wonderful. And I do beam with pride, because it's amazing and it touches me, and I'm genuinely so grateful and honoured and humble to be part of something so intimate and so private, because no one really knows what goes on behind closed doors and within yourself as well. So the fact that you've allowed me to be part of it, I am very blessed, and that's what spurs me on to continue doing what I do. So thank you for such an awesome question.
Noli D says hi.
Oh, hi Noli. I'm glad you joined me. It's good to see you. I hope all is well. Hi,
Got a
Matthew.
few questions asking if it can help with porn addiction.
Yeah, so that's another messages and emails that I get. So again, you need to question what is it that you are addicted to porn for, because there's a million different reasons. So until you tell me the reasons why, so is it to get are you just bored with sex? Are you just bored with porn? Are you just trying to search for more different ways to experience orgasm? Is that it? Because if that's what you're chasing, then get a hobby. Do something else, because that's your subconscious is chasing that serotonin fix, that dopamine fix. And if you're masturbating to porn, you're actually conditioning yourselves to premature ejaculate. So the more you masturbate, the quicker you're trying to come, the quicker you will come during sex. So I'd be very careful about your porn use, and just get a hobby, something that will get that dopamine fix other than watching porn. Some porn is good, and I'm not saying never watch porn. I watch porn myself sometimes, but I watch what I would class as healthy porn, not watching some poor woman on her knees surrounded by 10 blokes and they do whatever they like to it. That isn't healthy, and that isn't showing you what sex really is. And again, sex in porn isn't real. There's nothing about sex in porn which is real. So if again you're basing your sex life because all you're watching is porn, then you're in for a disappointment when you do get to enjoy sex in real life. And again, it's not fair on your partner either. And men and women both have hang-ups about themselves and about the sexual performance because they have watched porn, when it's not real. The women don't really look like that. The men don't really look like that. The men are having to inject their penises with certain things to keep things, 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 to keep. I love it's gone off.
Okay.
That's gone off. Is it because this has gone off? I think I'm back. I'll just give it a few seconds to catch up. Fucking technical issues. That's all. That's so embarrassing. Yay, I'm back. Yay. Thanks for waiting, guys. So, I don't know what happened, but we're here. Let's get back to the chat. So, yes, Noli, we do need to get together again. I loved our interview. So, if you are up for another one, so am I. I'm back. So, have I missed any questions while we were sorting that technical issue? That is true, yeah. But at least we're not, you can tell we're not like a professional outfit. We're doing this as best we can, and we're all in this together, don't it? It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm not, well, you know what I'm like. Oh, all the instruments you see behind me, well, Megan is mine, obviously. Megan is mine. But the musical instruments, the guitars, the keyboards and everything, they are CJ. So CJ is my husband now, and he plays all the musical instruments. I am not musically talented whatsoever. I wish I was. But he's one of these people that can just pick up an instrument and just figure out how to play it. So he creates all the music for the backing tracks and helps me with editing as well. Bless him, he does the best he can. He had a minor stroke at the end of April, which is why we were quite quiet on everything. He lost the right side of his body. He had a bleed in his right eye and a bleed on his visual cortex at the back of his brain. So he has lost sight in his right eye. That hasn't come back. His movement has. So putting things together is more difficult now, and it does take a lot more time. So again, there are slower processing times for everything, from what we do on Patreon to YouTube and everything in between. But it is what it is. It's happened, and thank God he is as healthy as he is now. It is just obviously some little changes we've had to do, but his music talent hasn't left him. God, so grateful for that. And we just gotta do things the best we can. So it is that also happened just like 2 months before we were due to get married. He spent 10 days in hospital recovering, but it was fantastic. And everyone in Discord and Patreon was so supportive and understanding anyway. And it's just not something you sort of put out on social medias, is it? So, you know now. Thanks, Noli. He's done really well. He has done really well. It was difficult and horrible at the time, but he's very strong, high at cash, and we are very blessed that he's made the recovery he has, because obviously people who have full-blown strokes and other complications, it takes a long time to recover, and some don't recover. So we do realise how blessed we are in that regard. And the doctor said there is a possibility he can get his sight back. If the neurons reconnect on his visual cortex, it'll come back. So we're just hoping that happens. If not, we're just adapting and doing things different. So I've bought a little dictaphone. I can do audio notes to him now instead of handwritten notes for work. So you just sort of learn to adapt and change like that. So you don't give up, do you? You just change. Sometimes things happen for a reason. So thanks guys for your messages. That is so lovely. Do you mean shadowless cynic? Do you mean binaural beats by any chance? Thank you for your messages from me. He has made the best recovery he can so far. Yeah, you are going to get some live hypnosis today. I'm going to do that shortly, probably in about 15 minutes. So some of my audio tracks do have binaural beats in, if that's what you meant, shadowless cynic. which really good for putting your brain into. So I only use theta in my usual tracks. Lucid dreaming has different binaurals. I can't remember off the top of my head which ones. What?
Is it gamma?
It might be gamma. The one that puts you into sleep anyway, but theta waves. Yeah, so you are on about binaural beats. It is called loads of different names. It's just what I call it, binaurals. And because you're doing from one ear to the other at certain frequencies, it really just brings your brain into theta, which is hypnosis. So it just gives you that extra help to getting into that state, that's all. So they can be really positive and beneficial for you as well. And if you do have any interest in the music side, get over onto BandLab. There are loads of like experimental pieces on there, and some have got my voice on as well. And obviously you can chat to him if you've got any questions about the music side, because I do apologise, I'm not up on that side. I am not musically talented. I know when it sounds good, and I give him the direction of make it a bit more relaxed or a bit more sexy and things like that, but usually he can just create it himself. You can use hypnosis to overcome stage fright. You can use hypnosis for just about anything, really, so which is an awesome thing. It's just if hypnosis is the right path for you. There's a million different ways to heal and overcome things, and every single one of them is valid if it works for somebody. You just have to find what works for you. Yeah, the live hypnosis part is going to be saved as well, and I will upload that as a separate video file so you can just watch that if you're just interested in the hypnosis part. So I've got you guys, don't worry. Lucid dreaming is possible. Absolutely, it's possible. Some people it comes naturally, like people who can HFO naturally. Some people it takes training, and it's if your subconscious gets it as well and your conscious mind gets it. So lucid dreaming is when you are actually consciously aware you are in the dream state and you can manipulate your environment. It's a fantastic skill to have. Well, they're all fantastic skills to have because every one of them is training your brain. So the more active you keep in your brain and always feeding it positive information, then you're doing positive things for your mind. A lot of people are highly intelligent, very, very intelligent, but you do not feed your subconscious. You do not give it information and knowledge and give it something to learn and do. Your mind is more powerful than even quantum computers. It's the most powerful thing on this planet. And if all you're doing is feeding it Facebook and scrolling through Twitter and you're not actually doing anything to feed it, mental illness is going to take hold of you very quickly, as we have seen during lockdown, because it's not being stimulated. So if you do struggle with depression or anxiety or anything like that, and you don't have a hobby, you don't have anything that piques your interest, then I strongly suggest you find yourself a hobby or you read a book, not even looking at a screen, like a proper old school paper book. Read anything. Work, do problem solving, do a crossword, do knitting. I do sewing, so I love to make dresses and like fancy dress costumes and stuff like that. I'm only self-taught, I'm not an expert, but creating something from scratch and watching something come to life is, I find, very therapeutic. In like cutting fabric and sewing things together keeps you really in the moment. So it's one of the ways I look after my mental health. And I do like cross stitching and things like that as well, keeping your hands busy, keeping your mind focused as well. So I highly recommend that. Find anything, something that is healthy, positive, and preferably creative, especially if you're a highly visual person. If you're quite vivid and spend a lot of time in your mind, feed it something and you will feel so much better. Oh, I'm glad you like Stephen. I'm glad you like Medusa and the foot worshipper. Ah, oh, I'm very glad you like that one. I will be doing another foot fetish video in the future. So on my Discord channel for my patrons, they have access to Toes and Soles. So if you're into feet, there's that, and there's photos of my feet in there. But we will also be putting ideas together. So this one will be sort of like a community audio track where you can put your ideas in and we can step it up a notch. So I think it will be along the Medusa lines, but hopefully it'll be even better because my knowledge about foot fetish has grown a lot, and the guys in there have helped me learn and understand that a lot more as well. So we're always aiming to progress and making things bigger and better quality for you guys as well.
There's been a question, will we get another appearance of the nymph? I don't think you've answered that one.
Well, funnily enough, the other day I put a very sneaky picture on Patreon of your Divine Nymph Part 3. It is very, very early stages. I just got the idea the other day, so I like, right, quick, write that down. I think it is going to be great as a trilogy. So if I do end up writing Divine Nymph again, it will be the third and final one, because it is very difficult to use the same character and keeping it fresh and better than the last one. I did struggle with Divine Nymph Part 2 to get it better for you guys and more enjoyable and stepping it up a notch. So this one isn't going to be easy, but I'm going to give it a go for you guys, and then that's it on Divine Nymph, because there's like a long list of things I want to get through as well. So I do want to do like a cock worship audio track, but it's not going to be like what you think it's going to be like. Again, it's going to be very male positive, something for you to really enjoy the woman enjoying you worshipping it, but not in like a cheesy sleazy way, like a really genuinely enjoyable way. So that's going to be one or another audio track I've got planned for the future. I want to keep doing sort of different styles of things and keeping it fresh and keep learning different ways. I'm still learning myself. I've got a stack of books I need to read and keeping my knowledge fresh and keep expanding my knowledge. So I need time to do that as well, because I want what I put out for you guys to be right and accurate and fun, as I hope you'll find my other ones as well. Thank you, Jason. It's always nice to have new fans. I've got fans. It's strange. I hope you guys will all enjoy it. So I'll just give you a few more minutes and then we will do some hypnosis. So if you've got a particular type of hypnosis you would like to experience, let me know in the chat section, and I will do my best to incorporate these things and do what I can for everybody. So I won't be able to be as specific as I would like, because there is a few of you, I hope. I don't know how many people are actually on here right now, so I will do my best. But if you want a little bit erotic, can be. If you want seduction, of course we can do that. We can do all kinds of things, as you all know. Well, trip, landing, tell me. It can be anything. I'm going to improvise a lot and what you want to get out of it. So I want you to feel really good. Oh, I haven't played you guys Whispers. I nearly forgot. So I wanted to give you a little sneak preview of the kind of stuff you do see on Patreon, just so you see that I'm not just doing nothing. Those guys are getting some audios and videos too. So this is just a little couple of minutes of a trilogy. So I did a short trilogy. I did whispers and then discomfort remover and then erotic shorts. So whispers is the first one. It's a little experimental piece. I like to do experimental pieces and I like to do experiments on the people I work with too, but it's all positive, as you can imagine. So let's give this one a go. Right, are you ready? I hope you enjoy it. I hope the sound is there.
Well, now, I'm glad you've joined me here for another one of my experiments. So let's test this voice, shall we? I know when you hear this magical and hypnotic voice, it stirs you and stimulates you, doesn't it? What about if I whispered in your ears too? Does this feel more intimate? Can you feel me there with you? Does my whispering voice have a different reaction? Does it feel more intimate? Do I feel closer to you? Would you like to hear me whisper in your ears more? I can do this for you if you wish. Enjoying this whispering. Feeling so hypnotized and drawn in by this voice that even whispering can have such a powerful effect on you. As you know, this is a newness voice. Even quietly whispering like this feel enthralled by my voice as it entices you.
Help if I'd unmuted myself. So what did you think, guys? I hope you enjoyed that little sneak preview of the trilogy. I'm really happy with how that turned out. With the whispers, the discomfort remover is exactly where it says on the tin. It's a full length, it's about 14 minutes. Gives you the opportunity to remove things like headaches and pain and discomfort and even like anxiety and stress and things like that. And then erotic's just a little fun erotic thing I did. There's even a short, I did an experimental EMDR audio track. So it was only like a few minutes just to see if it worked. And the Patreons really liked that. So what I plan on doing is doing a full length EMDR audio for Patreon as well. So that's another thing I'll be working on in the future. So you liked it then, guys? I'm glad you liked it. Oh, I'm chuffed. Because it is a bit scary when you put these things out there, because you do want it to be well received, and after all effort you put in, so it takes hours. It's not, I don't understand the glamorous lifestyles that these influencers and that put on, because it's full on. I don't know when they have time to do it all. So let's spend a minute while you guys put in your suggestions, and then we will do some hypnosis. So I'm thinking it can be really calming, really relaxing, giving you a boost, helping you feel really good, sensual, all those kinds of things. Bubbling with pleasure. EMDR is eye movement desensitization and reprocessing. It's a fantastic, very effective technique to help the subconscious process stuck things. So it was originally developed for PTSD, so it was very effective for treating even severe PTSD, but they've since found it can work for absolutely anything. So traditional EMDR is when you keep your head still and you follow the therapist's fingers from left to right, or basically from side to side laterally, and there's steps to it and things like that. Some therapists will make it very complicated, very drawn out. I've sort of honed it to make it very simple and very effective, and you can even learn it yourself. So there's lots of videos on YouTube about EMDR. I do really recommend you look into it, especially if you've got something you want to work on. And if you can't afford a therapist, learn these techniques yourself and work on them yourself. There's nothing stopping you from doing that. As long as you come at it from a mature attitude and a serious one where you are going to use these to better yourself, I highly recommend you learn all these techniques yourself. And just make sure you do have an understanding of them, and at least a basic understanding of how the mind works, and you can fix things. I fix my stuff myself, and I'm all the more empowered for it, because it really helps you get in touch with your body and your mind and what is going on within yourself. And working with yourself, working with your subconscious, and not thinking that you know best. You don't know best consciously. Your conscious is logical, but your subconscious is powerful. It can do millions of things at the same time every second, and doesn't stop. It doesn't take a break whatsoever. So the moment you work with that power, you can harness that power and really make amazing life changes for yourself. But you have to take that responsibility. There's a big fashion at the moment to be a victim and to just go, oh, woe is me, my life is so difficult. Everybody's life is difficult. Everybody is going through something at some level. It doesn't make somebody's trauma more or less than yours. It just makes it different. But the difference between someone who goes, woe is me, and somebody who uses that trauma and changes it into strength and betters themselves. I know which person I am and which person I would rather be. So please do it for yourself. Nobody can change you. You can take all the antidepressants in the world. The moment you stop taking those antidepressants, the thing that was making you depressed is still going to be there. So don't rely on medication. They're great for short-term fix, but the moment you stop taking anything, it's still going to be there. So focus on finding out what it is and removing it and filling it with something much healthier and beneficial to yourself. Hope that made sense. Right then. So have we had any seductive, sensual self-esteem? Absolutely. Right, are we all ready, lads and lasses? Get settled. I want you comfortable. Just going to wet my whistle while you get comfortable. Are you ready for me? Are you ready to experience that altered state? That much more preferable way to be? Because you hear a Nuna's voice now. Ooh, those tingles. Those sexual sensations that this voice brings out in you. I don't have to work hard at all, do I? To help you into that altered state. Just fixating on these hypnotic eyes draws you in, focuses you. So during this hypnotic experience, you can look at me, focus on me, fixate on me. Perhaps it is those eyes that have such a powerful effect on you. Perhaps it's those lips, that mouth, how it moves, that stirs your imagination. Perhaps it's something else. But whatever it is, it works, doesn't it? This velvet voice, when you hear it in those headphones, and you are so immersed in something so unique, and you are immersed in something so positive, from somebody who enjoys men and who enjoys women. Being guided down into hypnosis by somebody who only has your best interests at heart must be a really comforting thing, a relaxing thing, a relaxing feeling, a sensation, an experience. You deserve to feel hypnotized, because hypnosis feels so good, so tranquil, so peaceful. You deserve this, don't you? And doesn't it feel like it's just the two of us right now? It's just me and you, isn't it? There is nobody else in the world except for me and you in this moment. While this voice absolutely comforts you, you feel this voice surrounding you, holding you, being soothed, caressed by this magical voice, being seduced by what you see on the screen. It's okay, isn't it? It's okay to just slip into that altered state. It's okay to allow this voice to penetrate your mind. Yes, you know I like to seduce you. And I know you enjoy being seduced. to enjoy the divine feminine and all those amazing, wonderful sensations that it brings. What to do with you now you are so seduced. I want to have fun with you, of course. I want to show you what you're capable of. I want you so in touch with your mind and your body that you can make those wonderful changes all by yourself. I want you empowered. I want you to enjoy life. Life on this planet is very difficult. It's very hard, isn't it just? So why not enjoy the moments like this and just give in to them? This is the safest place you could be right now to experience this. For these positive and pleasurable sensations. And we can get a little erotic too, of course. We can get there if you go deep enough for me. If you just slide into your next level of hypnosis and go deeper for me, I would really appreciate it. And I know how you want your partner to feel pleasure. I know how much you want to make sure she's pleasured and fulfilled, and she has everything she desires. I know this. And the way you can give me these things is by going so deep for me, by allowing my voice into your mind so I can work with you, so I can give you the things you need. I know you deserve to feel so good. I know you deserve to be healthy, physically and mentally. So while you are going so deep for me, while you are so focused on me right now, I want to take this opportunity to work with your subconscious mind right now, for you to show it who you want to be, who you deserve to be, free from discomfort. I want you to be free from those limiting, outdated coping mechanisms. Can you do that for me? Can your subconscious mind take this opportunity to remove, to delete, to get rid of those outdated coping mechanisms, those unwanted behaviours, the things that are stopping you from living the quality of life that you deserve? You can get rid of them however you like. You can visualize them. You can just get rid of them. However you choose. And even while I continue to talk to you, your subconscious will do this for me. Because if you were to do this for me, to empower yourself for me, It gives me great pleasure. It gives me such wonderful satisfaction. So if you would like to satisfy me, you know just what to do, don't you? I enjoy working with your subconscious mind, enhancing you, enhancing your sexual prowess, helping you become the lover you want to be. It's such a much more preferable way to be, is it not? So go deeper for me, please. It would be my great pleasure if you were to go even deeper. While your mind gives you a fantastic upgrade, a clear out, an opportunity to tinker with those things we need to tinker with. I am very happy to do that. But you have to allow it, to want it, to need it. And my voice will work its magic with you. Because within this voice, this powerful, all-consuming voice, now this voice has the power to help you, doesn't it? You know how good it feels, and this voice surrounds you. How comforting it is. What a wonderful sensation to feel so relaxed and yet so aroused, so stimulated, so focused right now. I wonder how sexual you feel right now, looking at how this mouth moves, imagining how soft those lips are, staring so deep into these big brown eyes. Doesn't it just feel wonderful? Just allowing it to happen. Because I enjoy working with you. And you enjoy hearing me. Feels so good. Because this reassuring calmness and relaxation is such a much more preferable way to feel, is it not? To enjoy these sensations, to be focused, because it doesn't matter what's happening around you. Being right here with me is such a much more preferable way to spend your time. It's this voice working with you, making those changes efficiently and effectively. And all you have to do is relax that little bit more for me. A lot of people struggle with self-esteem. A lot of men think that they're not good enough. Well, I'm here to tell you that you are. No one can give the world what you give. I know you are a kind-hearted, loving person. And the world needs to see that. So in a moment, I'm going to count down from 10 to 1. Each number that I count down, your self-esteem will be boosted and your confidence will be boosted, all the while taking you deeper into hypnosis, all the while stimulating you even more. Enjoying each number I count down and feeling how much more confident you are. Confidence doesn't mean being egotistical. Confidence means living the life that you deserve to live. Being kind and compassionate. And your confidence and your self-esteem will increase with each number that I count down. 10. Feels so good. 9. Starting to feel those positive changes. 8. Allowing it to happen. 7. I'm working with you now. 6. Really feeling it. 5. Knowing these positive changes are going to stay with you. 4. We're really getting into it now. 3. Feeling so confident. 2. Feeling your self-esteem boosted. And 1. Those changes will stay with you and continue subconsciously. Your subconscious being so efficient, so powerful, and so intelligent. It knows exactly what to do for you to help you with these matters. So you do feel more confident. You do feel like your self-esteem is boosted. You feel like you know who you are that little bit more and what you deserve out of this life. What I am told too is that I am an excellent motivator. Do you think I could motivate you? Wouldn't be that something? So why don't you hold something in your mind that you need motivation for? Can be anything. Yes, even in the bedroom if you need it. But motivation for anything. Let's see if we can increase it right here, right now, shall we? Let's see if we can keep that motivation not only boosted, but continues long after this session is finished. Motivation can be quite a difficult thing to come by when it's for yourself. So what about if you do it for me? As you look into these eyes and you hear this voice, your subconscious, your wonderful subconscious, unlocks that unlimited reservoir of motivation for you. I want it to do this. Unlock those floodgates to your motivation, that energy you have inside you to make those changes that you need to make, to give yourself that better quality of life. I'm here to work with you. Motivation feels very good, doesn't it? And I would say the easiest motivation of all is sexual motivation. To be seduced into motivating yourself. What a thought. And yet, here we are. Feels good, doesn't it? Where you have removed all those old limiting behaviours, those old outdated coping mechanisms. Well, all that space is now free to be filled with motivation. Sexual motivation from me is from now on, whenever you listen to any of my erotic audios, you will be even more receptive to them. You'll find it even easier to go deeper into hypnosis. You will find it even easier to physically respond to them too. And yes, you will find it even easier to experience a hands-free orgasm. Because your subconscious mind responds to my voice. It knows what this voice expects from it. To be so receptive to my positive words, and these eyes, and these lips, and whatever other part of my body you see, if that's what you enjoy. But my voice is sexual enough, isn't it? To stir you, to mesmerize you into making these wonderful changes. As easy as that, isn't it? It doesn't have to hurt. It doesn't have to be painful or drawn out. It can be so effective, just like this. Just the two of us, working together, feeling so boosted. I want you to find it so easy to hands-free orgasm, connecting to your body, to all of your sexual areas activating right now, your brain lighting up with those sexual thoughts. Enjoying those sexual thoughts. I want you to really connect with how your body is feeling right now. From being seduced, focused, stimulated. How does your body feel? those particular areas. You know which ones I mean. As your body is very sensitive to my voice, very sensitive. The tingles, the erotic sensations, the pulses of pleasure that can radiate through your whole body. Because pleasure in a man isn't just located at the tip of his penis, is it? You can experience it in your whole body for as long as you choose to. Once you realize that pleasure is not just in the tip of your penis, in your whole body, over and over again. Imagine that, being put into a state of bliss and held there until I say otherwise. How long do you think you can last for? How much orgasmic bliss do you think you can handle? Now there's a thought, and it's something I've witnessed multiple times. So orgasmic, so intense, so intense, as you are utterly mesmerized, seduced, focused in this moment right now, working with your subconscious for a change. As you know now, you will work in harmony with your body and your mind. For me, to empower yourself. Men are very powerful, and men have so many good and important qualities. I see them, and I love them. Men bring so much to the table that we need. So I want you to enjoy your masculinity. Enjoy your masculine traits, whatever they are. And know that they are valuable. You are just as important as anybody else. Your skills are just as important as anybody else. I want you to feel your body getting stronger. Feel your mind getting stronger too. You know what's good for you. You know what healthy behaviours are. Becoming more in control. Visualising yourself now as your ideal lover, or the person you deserve to be, want to be, need to be, to live the quality of life that you deserve. It's a very powerful image, isn't it? And if you struggle to visualize that person, then look at me and listen to my voice when I tell you that you deserve to be a healthy and happy person. You are unique, and no one can offer the world the skills that you have. And who you are going to be, and who you are now, and the changes you make are more important than the person you were in the past. It's never too late to change. It's never too late to become the person that makes you happy. So remove everything within your own mind that is stopping you from becoming your ideal self. You can remove it in any way you choose to. Some people imagine putting it all in a rocket and blasting it off into space. Some people imagine burning it, sending it away in a hot air balloon. Literally any way you choose to get rid of those limiting things, so you can show me what you can blossom into. What man are you? What amazing qualities that you have. And you do have amazing qualities. Give the world a chance to see it. Give yourself a chance to see it. How about that? It would make me happy, and it would give me immense pleasure knowing you made those amazing changes. So, enjoy this adventure with me. Enjoy having these opportunities to change, to grow, to show me what you're capable of. That kind and compassionate man. Men have the most important qualities. You are capable of things I'm not, and I'm capable of things that you're not. Because it's not about who's stronger, who's better. It's about working together as a team. I always tell you I'm here to work with you. We are here to work together, aren't we? And all the wonderful and amazing things that you are capable of. And I can't wait to see them. As they change so naturally and easily within you, becoming much more healthier, confident, self-esteem boosted, so your kindness and compassionate side can grow and grow. So as you listen to any of my content in the future, you will find you are even more responsive than before. You will find it even easier to achieve a hands-free orgasm. In whatever way you hands-free orgasm. Isn't that something? You'll be so receptive and responsive to my hypnotic voice. all my suggestions will sink so deeply into your powerful mind to take root there, to help you, to connect you with your mind and your body so much more easier, to empower you to become the man you deserve to be. Men and women, when they work together, the magical things that can happen. This is how it should be. No one's better than anybody else. But amazing things can happen when you work together. So I do hope you enjoy working with me and you feel deeply hypnotized. And I hope you feel deeply boosted physically and mentally, knowing every time you hear my voice, you'll find it easier and easier to go into hypnosis. You'll find it easier and easier to enjoy those experiences that you are listening to me for, whether it's therapy or hands-free orgasm. All of it will work for you because you know you deserve it. So in a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 10. And I'm going to slowly bring you out of hypnosis with every number that I say. So by the time you get to 10, you'll be wide awake, fully alert, and feeling very energized and boosted, so you can carry on with the rest of your day or night, wherever you are in the world. You will feel fantastic. It would be my great pleasure if you were to feel absolutely fantastic, knowing that all the suggestions I've made to you today will stay with you, will take root and grow and change and work with you so efficiently, so easily, and so naturally, because you deserve it. You deserve to feel so good. So 1, starting to come round. 2, waking a little bit more now. 3, feeling motivated. 4, feeling so boosted. 5, feeling wonderful for me. 6, waking a little bit more. 7, I do hope you've had a fantastic time with me. 8, always finding it so easy to go so deep for me. 9, almost there. And 10, wakey wakey. Everybody back now. Take a moment. Perhaps you need a drink. Or just some time to enjoy yourself for a few minutes more. I do hope you've enjoyed it. I'm just going to give you guys some time to catch up, come round, and then I hope you have enjoyed it and it helped you. and then I'll answer any questions you may have or anything like that, and then we will call it a night. And thank you so much for joining me. That lip bite. I do love a red lipstick, Haseem. You're welcome, Dark. I've really enjoyed it tonight, and it's gone very quick. So I do hope you guys have enjoyed it too. And I think every 10,000 subscribers will do another live. And I will continue to produce content for you. And please, please, please subscribe to a great alternative YouTube channel. And you will be seeing me on there. But regardless whether I'm there or not, they are very talented. You're going to have such a fun time watching their journey as well. So take the opportunity to watch something from the start and see how they grow and change. And they are very, very talented people. So let's see what the comments are saying. Hi from Buffalo. Hi from Yorkshire. Yeah, I'm going to say you can take a few moments. Thanks, Noli. I'm glad you stuck around for that, and I hope you got just as much benefit from it as everybody else. I did try and make it as general as I possibly could for you, so everybody could enjoy it. And obviously you do have the very erotic content to enjoy afterwards if you need to. And it might be worth jumping on an audio and seeing if you are more sensitive and receptive to it while you're still feeling a bit hypnotic. So, and let me know what you think to it. I'm glad you find my voice helpful. Lord Crispy. Thank you so much for joining me. It means a lot, and thank you to everybody that's pressed that subscribe button and those like buttons as well on my content. It means a lot because it does hopefully show that I'm on the right track and I am wanting to progress and keep improving for you guys. So I will keep doing that as much as I possibly can. Thank you so much to my administrators for staying with me the whole time and keeping an eye on things. Thank you to my lovely patrons. Thank you to everyone that's been with me from the start, and let's see where this goes. I will stay on YouTube as long as YouTube let me. If I do disappear at any time, go straight to BitChute. That is where the content is until we figure out what we can do. Oh, what I am planning on doing as well is they deleted the erotic hypnosis audio track. I'm going to re-upload that, and I'm going to upload at the same time an alternative version that is specifically aimed at straight men. So it's going to be a bit more, a little bit different, but very much along the same lines. So I will upload those two together when I've done it. I am about halfway, 3/4 of the way through rewriting it, and then I'll need to record it. So keep an eye out for that as well. I might have to call it something a little bit different than erotic hypnosis. We'll see what I'm allowed to do. Hi, David. I'm sure you're much more than just the guy who gets the lid off the jar of pickles. And I hope you realise that now after that little bit of hypnosis. Yes, so Flames 4646 does face-to-face sessions make it easier for you. a lot easier, because then I can watch the responses to that person and adapt and work with them live at the time. So I can make it a lot more specific to you. And also you are able to talk back while you're in hypnosis, so you can give me feedback of if something's not working or it is working and stuff like that. So it's very effective and it's much more intense doing a one-on-one session, especially for the HFO training. It's been great. Oh, cool. You'll have to tell me more about that, Noli. If you could email me some information, that would be awesome. I've not heard of it. Fantastic. Oh, I'm glad your pain's reduced, Jean. That's awesome. Yes. Keep working on that. And Russell, if you are very turned on, you're very welcome. So, if there is any other questions, otherwise I will wrap it up and see you all again soon. Like I said, I am very struggling on time-wise to reply to people, and I would like to chat to you all as mates. So if I don't reply to messages, I'm ever so sorry. I'm doing my best, but I'm literally just doing what I can. It's probably best to email me at anunahealing@gmail.com. That's probably the best place if you want to go in contact with me, and I'll reply through there. Instagram isn't really the best place. I struggled to get through all those messages. I've got loads of unread messages in Instagram. I just can't get round to him, because by the time I've got through my emails and my Discord and my Patreon and writing and working full time, I'm struggling to find time to do anything else. So we'll get there though, guys. We're still here after everything that's gone on. We're still doing it, so I still want to do it as long as you guys want to receive the content. Oh. Can you see it? It says spiral, of course. It was a gift from CJ for my 30th birthday. I don't think any hypnotist is complete without a spiral. Or pocket watch, which I've always got handy. Shiny, shiny, hypnotic pocket watch. That's used quite a lot in sessions as well. So for the live sessions and then uploading them, I don't record my private sessions because they are private and I want them to focus on what's happening. But in the live workshops I do for my patrons, those are recorded and those are re-uploaded for patrons to watch, and you can watch me trigger the people I work closely with, so you can see what kind of stage hypnosis type of things that I do with them during the live workshops. So we do have a lot of fun in those live workshops. In fact, the next one is on Wednesday the 28th at 8 o'clock. I think it's 8 o'clock. So I'll see all my patrons on that, and we will talk about anything. We'll mainly talk about HFOs and how to get there and things like that, and then to do some live demonstrations, and then we do some hypnosis, and it's all recorded, and I encourage them to put their video on as well so we can all see each other, because we're all in the same boat. There's nothing to hide. I'm not embarrassed, so we'll just all have a laugh with it, and I really do enjoy them. So I will see all my patrons on Wednesday at 8 o'clock for some more along the lines of this, as I hope you'll all enjoy it. Awesome, you're very welcome. You liked the pocket watch too? Oh yes. Right then, guys. Hold on. So videos that can be quite natural actually. So anytime you do feel like that, it is your subconscious trying to release a stuck emotion. So just let it happen, let it out, and then it's gone and dealt with, and you can move on from it. The more you try and hold these things in, it's not healthy at all. So that's really good, positive that you had that type of reaction. It means your subconscious is responding and it is feeling safe enough to allow these emotions out. So well done. Thanks for letting me know that before I jumped off then. So do you ever imagine you would be on this level when you started this? No, not at all, if I'm completely honest. So I qualified as a hypnotherapist in February 2018. Yeah. And for the longest time, I had like 28 subscribers. And I was a hypnotherapist like full time. I had an office and everything, but it didn't work out. I just wasn't getting enough clients. So then I got a full time job, and I just sort of then went to people's houses and did hypnosis with them in their home, but nothing erotic. I didn't even know erotic hypnosis existed at that time. So I just saw the odd person on the side, but I'm still working full time, which is a good thing because I'm getting my bills paid. So I'm not doing what I do to pay my bills. I'm doing it because I've got a genuine passion for it and I love it. So I see it as a positive. And the fact that in a year something's happened, whatever's happened this last year to grow this big and have such wonderful fans, which is still strange, is amazing. And I feel very blessed, and it is a responsibility. I don't take it for granted, and I always do want to produce the best content I can for you and treat you guys with respect, because you're lovely and you are giving me your time as much as I'm giving you my time. So I do want us to keep working together on this channel, and we're going to grow it together, aren't we? So let's carry on. So I just saw something about being a presenter at HypnoCon. I've never really done anything like that. I'm not sure if they would want me or if I'm well known enough to do anything like that. But if it's wanted, I'm willing to give it a go. I just don't know how it works or anything like that. I just sort of stick to myself, really. I don't really get involved in like face group chats with other hypnotists and stuff like that. I am in them groups, but I don't really get involved. I just sort of do my own thing because I know what I'm doing is working with you guys and you guys aren't being looked after, so I'd rather just focus my attention on you, which you deserve. Root, is it possible to wake up the third eye chakra by hypnosis? Absolutely, because hypnosis and meditation are exactly the same thing. So just getting into that meditative state can help unlock anything. I've had some very awesome spiritual experiences doing that, and I do recommend it. No, I'm not. No, Lee, I'm not sure how BitChute works. Just subscribe, I suppose. You know where I'm like, I just sort of go with the flow. Whatever happens, happens. So, yes, of course I want money from my Patreon because I don't know how you expect me to afford to invest in better equipment and get better without money for it. That's like saying, why don't a plumber just fix my leaky pipe for free? What do you want? So guys, is that it? Yeah. Well, I would like to think, well, let's just see what happens in the future, because it's all just sort of taken off very naturally. I'm very happy to continue it to be natural, and if anyone wants me to do any of those like conventions or anything like that, I'm very open to it. I'll give it a go. Of course, I have done like group sessions at colleges and stuff before, so I have done that. I'll just see what happens. It's going well, guys. See what you can achieve when you work together. These amazing things. And I hope you know that there is at least one person or a couple of people out there that are male positive, and we do see the genuine good traits that you have as men, and they should be honoured just as much as the good traits in women. And it's not about who's better than who can do more. Whatever men can do, women can do. It's nothing about that. It's about working together, and what I lack you have, and what you have I lack, but together you can achieve anything. That's what it's all about to me. So I will love you and leave you there, and we will do this all again soon, I hope. So when we get to 30,000, we'll be right back here doing it again, and I'll see all my patrons and on my Discord people a bit later on. So thank you to my administrators. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate your time, and thank you to everyone for joining me. I appreciate you so much. So